What?
Good morning. My name is Hillary, and this is Sunday Morning Live with John M. And here's our host, John M.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us once again. Those of you who are here, we're gonna jump into it real quick this morning. My name is John M, and I'm glad to be here again on this last show that we're doing in April. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming up in May. And we have cool stuff right now, here, today, with us, here, now, is Dale LaDuke. He is with me this morning, and we're going to start things off with a song. I got lots to tell you about Dale, and Dale has lots to tell you about himself. He's a great singer-songwriter, guitar player, keyboard player, accordion player, teacher. He does a little bit of everything, but we wanted to, instead of having me start off with a solo song, as I often do, we thought we would just dive into doing a song together, Dale and I, so we're going to do that right now. This is a cover song. It's off of my Songs I Wish I'd Written CD, which is all cover songs. And it's a song that was made famous by Tom Rush, and it's called I Lost My Drivin' Wheel. John Zipper, if you're watching, thank you for mentioning this song the other day, reminding me of it. Anyway, here goes nothing. I just came up on a midnight special. How about that? My car broke down in Texas. She stopped dead in her tracks. I just called to tell you that I miss you. I just want to tell you how I feel. I feel like some old engine. Lost my driving wheel. Yeah. Feel like some old engine. Oh, I lost my driving wheel. Well, they took my money on the night train north. It was a terrible fight, but I gave my promise I would be there with you. By Saturday night, I just called to tell you that I need you, baby. I just want to tell you how I feel. Oh, I feel like some old engine. Lost my driving wheel. in a phone call, baby. Oh, you know how it is. But I just need to tell you one short thing. Won't you listen to this? I just called to tell you that I love you, darling. I just called to tell you how I feel. Oh, I feel like some old engine lost my driving wheel. Well, yeah, feel like some old engine lost my driving wheel. Yeah, I feel like some old engine. Oh, I lost my driving wheel. Yeah, yeah, I feel like some old engine. I feel like I lost my driving wheel. Yes, that was great. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. It was fun.
It was fun.
Great.
I love playing that song with with somebody else. Because when I've tried playing it occasionally alone, and I love the song, but with just one voice and one guitar, after a while, to my ear, it gets a little monotonous. But with the texture of a couple of people, it becomes something really
Big.
special. So
Yeah. I agree.
So good morning, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Morning, Hillary.
Morning.
Morning, John.
I know.
Morning, everybody out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people watching. Jeannie Schweiger, Michelle Murata.
Hey.
Jimmy Hunter is here. Marilyn is here.
And Gary, of course.
A few people went by that I can't see their names now, and they might have been friends of yours, but if they come back by, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Well, welcome to you all, and welcome, Dale. I kind of did a shooting by real quick some of your credits, but we should probably start with the most important and urgent thing. What gigs do you have coming up? We'll mention it again later, but
Next weekend, I am playing a house concert at Cotty Nichols' Live at the A-Frame house concert series. You can go on Facebook and look up Live at the A-Frame in Sylmar, California.
that's next weekend, right?
Next Saturday night.
Yep.
You can also put it on the comments after the show.
Okay.
Put a
Yeah,
link.
we will do
that. Good idea.
People will go to the link. And by the way, John Zipper is here. So.
Hey, John.
Hi, John. If you go to my Facebook page and scroll, I've got the information on there as well for next Saturday.
Excellent.
And then the following night, my duo with Barrington Van Kampen,
Oh, he's fun.
we call ourselves Yesterday and Today. We are playing at the Ocean View Cafe or Ocean View Bar and Grill in Montrose from 7 to 9 Sunday night.
And that's
Next
all
Sunday night.
Beatles songs?
No. It's true that Barrington and I are both in a Beatles tribute band, but as a duo, we get to do anything we want.
Oh, cool.
We're not a Beatles duo. We do a lot of Beatles,
Yeah.
but we ironically do a lot of Beatles songs that we don't do in the Beat
band,
Tunes, in the Beatle tribute band, because it's acoustic. So
Uh-huh.
we do a lot of acoustic Beatles songs that we don't get to do.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of Crosby, Stills and Nash, and Simon and Garfunkel, and James Taylor, and
Original?
and just starting to sneak in a little original, but it's a cover tune band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing next weekend, and then in May I have a bunch of B-Tunes gigs.
Great.
Yeah.
You could actually post a link to those on the page, on the comments of this show.
I can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Well, I have seen yesterday and today.
You have?
Yes, I have not yet seen tomorrow, but I have seen yesterday and today, and I can tell you that they are quite good. And I've seen Barrington Van Kampen. Hi, Barrington. I don't know if you're out there or not, but hello. And he's very good. He's a good guitar player and singer. And I have seen the B-Tunes a number of times, and they rock. And they do Beatles songs right. They get them note perfect, and I'm brain farting now on the guy who plays Paul.
Michael Bradley.
Michael Bradley, yes. Sorry, Michael, for momentarily spacing out on your name, but he does an outstanding Paul McCartney, both vocally and on bass. Yeah.
Yes, he does.
That's a fun band.
Thank you.
So, although I've been telling Barrington that you guys you need to start you need to start doing a patter in the English accent, don't you know?
I quit. I quit if we have to do that.
But you also teach, of course. And where do you teach?
On Monday and Tuesday nights, I teach at Glendale Community College. I have ukulele classes and beginning guitar classes, harmony singing classes, and songwriting classes.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you for not saying ukulele. That drives me nuts.
Me too. And somebody is always correcting me on that. In my class. Although that is the correct pronunciation, but not here in the States.
Right.
You can say ukulele, and you won't get hit by the ukulele police, I promise you. I teach at my home on Wednesday nights. I have classes at my home. I teach ukulele and guitar. And then on Thursday nights, I teach at Pierce College when I'm not doing my open mic on Thursday nights. By the way, I have an open mic every Thursday night in La Crescenta at a bar called the Roar Room. It is every Thursday night. I'm not always there because, as I said, I'm sometimes teaching. But on those nights, I have a sub. But you should come down. It's a fun open mic. You should come down.
Yes, I should. I should, and I will one of these nights because I love stuff like that. And I love anything you're involved with.
And we have a great Insta band that'll sit in with you.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Instaband.
That's right.
So now the other thing that we must not forget, and this watch what a cool, slick segue this is into our next song. You are also a songwriter.
I am.
And you, how long have you been writing songs?
Probably like you, since I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, I started writing probably when I was like 13.
Yeah,
like
it's probably a little later for me, probably 17.
Uh-huh.
But
here
we are.
And you have CDs and stuff, right?
I have a bunch of CDs.
I remember going to one of your CD release shows, which was incredible. That was a great show.
Thank you for coming to that.
So, that was fun. You have some great stuff. So, here comes the great segue. How about you play one of them for us?
All right. Well, it's funny we segued in this manner because I recently pulled out an old song that I'd written back when I was young. That I hadn't played in probably 30 years.
Wow.
And I played it last night. And it's about a wizard. The title is Rest the Wizard from His Keep. And I live in a hobbit house. Some people know that. And so I thought it was appropriate. Plus, the Wild Mountain Mystics were there last night.
Yeah.
And Rich looks like Gandalf. He was sitting right in front of me.
It does look like Gandalf.
He
now
does.
that you mention it.
So it made me think of this song. And this is probably the oldest song I have that I still play. It's called Rest the Wizard from His Keep. Let's try it again. Three.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
1, 2, ready, go. There is a chorus here that is a sing-along.
Okay.
The old ones were frightened as they moved among the dust. They had heard the rumors among the young. The village trembled with their lust. And high on a wooded hill, among the leaves and berries, was the house where dwelled the wizard and his few remaining fairies. Now in the magical years, when both wizard and village were young, they'd fought side by side together in the days of the greatest dragon's run, and slew them everyone until all were safe at last. But that was years ago, in the shadows of the past. And to the young men of the village looking for a fight, the white-haired man upon the hill would test their might. Now on that chill morn the wizard rose, his joints stiff with advancing age. He donned pants and shirt and winter clothes, and put on the boiling sage. And as he moved about to start the day, shaking off the sleep, the men below were saying, "Rest the wizard from his keep." And they laughed and sang, "Rest, rest the wizard, rest the wizard from his keep. They say he's stolen cattle and has roasted them to eat. Oh, rest, rest the wizard, rest the wizard from his keep. For they don't believe in magic anymore." Well, they stormed the hill in numbers and took the wizard by surprise. He was working in his garden and the sun was in his eyes. But he stood and raised his hand and said, "Stop, you don't know what you start." And there was sadness in his eyes when the arrow found his heart. Where's an accordion player when you need one? Now the sun was slowly sinking as they stumbled from the hill. Some were still a-boasting, but more were very still, for they knew they'd damaged something, but they knew not what or why. And it was then they saw the shadows of the dragons in the sky. And the dragons laughed and sang, "Rest, rest the wizard, rest the wizard from his keep. hazel and has roasted them to eat. Oh, rest, rest the wizard from his keep, for they don't believe in magic anymore.
Wow. Man, that's one you need to hang on to.
I have hung on to that for a long time.
Yeah, you need to keep playing it. Yes.
Yeah, TJ Sullivan says hi, and
Hi,
also
TJ.
Jimmy Hunter is here.
Hey, Jimmy. And TJ, how you guys doing? Wow, I love that. That's I'll be requesting that one again when I see it. That's a great song.
Thank you. That's a fun song to
So,
play.
how far back does that go?
Late 70s, probably.
Yeah, wow. Mm-hmm. Man, I was almost gonna, I was gonna request one of your older songs, but I thought, nah, he's gonna have new stuff he wants to play, so I'll let you play what you want. But I don't remember the name of it, and you don't have to play it if you want to play something else. But I should remember the name of it, but I don't. But there's lines in it about a window as big as a door, and a big mansion, and
that's a piano song.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yeah, that's a special song from me.
Yeah.
I will be doing that song next Saturday night.
Okay,
It's called Chesterfield Shores.
Yes, Chesterfield Shores. Mm-hmm. Yeah, great song.
Yeah.
But I like everything you do. So
Thank you.
there you go. So let's see. How many albums do you have now?
3.
3. Mm-hmm. And the most recent one is
The most recent one is the one that's 6 years old, which is The Lone Ranger.
You're due, my friend.
Well, it's funny. I just finished a recording project with Travis Allen at Nashville Tracks, and recorded 4 songs, maybe 5. We'll see if we're able to salvage 5 out of that. And it's a rock album. It's a rock
cool.
project. And
Speaking my language now.
it's pretty incredible. I'm very, very proud of it. And he did an incredible job on these songs. And now I need to figure out how to make videos for them that'll do them justice, that are at the quality of the song, of the production of the songs. And so that's actually my newest project. It might come out as an EP. But right now, product that you can buy, the Lone Ranger would have been the most recent.
Well, I lovingly chastise you for having let it go on so long, but the stones that I throw have to be very small because my last album was several years ago, and I'm overdue as well.
I have a question from John Zipper.
Yes.
Ask him about his previous bands and record deals and such.
Tell us about your previous bands and record deals and such.
Well, funny you should ask, John. Weren't we just talking last night? The 3 records I have are the one I just mentioned, Lone Ranger. The one before that was 10 years ago, Cademan. And that was the name of my band before that. Now, I must say that I've had a bunch of bands. Every time I come up with a cool band name, I start a band. Every time I think of a cool band name, I start a band. And they last about 3 months, and then they break up, and I think of another cool band name. In the last 3 or 4 years, I've had the Buddha Monkeys, the Domestic Violets.
I remember them. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. Domestic Violets, and most recently the Unfriended. Did the Unfriended, but none of those recorded. And so I don't have a record of those. Caedmon was the last band that did an album. That was kind of a Celtic record, which was really fun. And then before that was Five Wheel Drive, which was my country record with the 3 female singers, which was almost signed. Did a couple of demos for Warner Brothers back in the day. And but John, if you know something about a record deal that I don't, we need to talk, because I'm not aware of one.
That goes for me too, John.
I don't even know what a record deal means anymore.
I'm not sure there is such a thing anymore.
I'm not sure, unless you're Justin Timberlake or Bruno Mars. I'm not sure what that means anymore.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope that answers your question.
Well, I think we should play another song.
I do too.
And it is going to be... Whoa, that didn't work quite the way I wanted.
Because you want to tune down?
I was trying to retune while you were talking, and I was trying to do it quietly.
Are we doing Copperhead Road?
Yes.
Tara Covington said, "Did you play De Los Angeles yet?" Which I know you didn't. So
no, I didn't.
Is that one you're going to play or not?
If Tara is requesting it, I will play it.
Awesome.
But we're going to do a Steve Earle tune.
Speaking of videos, he did a great video for that song, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stand by, Tara. They're going to do it. He's going to do it.
Are there any names on there that you don't recognize?
Yes, but they've already passed by.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry. And John Zipper says, "How about You Deserve One?" But, he can only do so much on a Sunday morning.
Why, thank you, John. Oh, he was talking to you.
And I'm not sure if is that a song title?
No.
Oh, okay. You Deserve One, meaning the record deal.
I know.
Well, I didn't. I'm telling myself.
Thank you, John. I could say that for all of us here, including yourself.
So I've been looking forward to this. This is a song by one of my favorite songwriters, as those who know me know. It's by Steve Earle. It's probably his first. Well, no, his first hit was probably Guitar Town. So this was probably his second hit, Copperhead Road. And this song just I've been looking forward to hearing this song with the guitar and accordion, and haven't played this song in a while, so it'll be fun to bring it back out. This is Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. Well, my name's John Lee Pettimore, same as my daddy and his daddy before. You hardly ever saw Granddaddy around here. Only come to town about twice a year. We bought 100 pounds of yeast and some copper lime. Everybody knew that he made moonshine. Now the revenue man wanted Granddaddy bad, headed up the holler with everything he had. Before my time, but I've been told you better stay away from Copperhead Road. Yeah. Oh. Granddaddy ran a whiskey in a big black Dodge. Bought it at an auction at the Mason's Lodge. Johnson County Sheriff painted on the side. Just a shot of coat of primer and he looked inside. Now him and my uncle tore that Then the sheriff come around in the middle of the night. Heard mama crying, knew something wasn't right. Headed down to Knoxville with a weekly load. You could smell the whiskey burning down Copperhead Road. Volunteered for the army on my birthday. They draft white trash first round here anyway. 2 terms of duty in Vietnam, but I came home with a brand new plan. I took the shade from Colombia, Mexico. Planted up the holler down Copperhead Road. Well, now the DA got a chopper in the air. I wake up screaming like I'm back over there. I learned a thing or two from Charlie, don't you know? You better stay away from Copperhead Road. Copperhead Road. Wow, that was fun too. Another one. 2 for 2.
Fun.
That was great. That was exactly what I hoped it would be.
That was such a landmark song when it came out.
Oh yeah.
Terry Barbieri.
Oh yeah, hi Terry.
A bunch of other people that just look by, and I couldn't catch their names, but you'll see them later.
Okay.
When you watch the show, you'll be able to see them.
You know, Steve Earle, the first time I saw him was in Nashville, and I'd only just shortly before that heard of him. I didn't know of him before that, but I'd heard Copperhead Road, and I thought, oh, I got to go see this guy. And he, as any fan of his knows, he's written a lot of very sensitive, very thoughtful, very compassionate songs. But especially when he was doing that tour, I went to this venue where he was playing, and there's this he had that big flag, behind the backdrop with the skull and the Confederate flag and all that, right? And then he walks out on stage, black leather and chains, right? And it just this swagger, this kind of rock star swagger, and every mother's nightmare, right? and they had these Marshall stacks and stuff, and I thought, man, this is going to be painful, And then he did all these songs that could break your heart, Nothing But a Child, and there's all these people. It was funny. There was all these people, who had gotten themselves into that kind of biker frame of, right? And he was doing his intro for Nothing But a Child, which is, I won't talk too much about it, but it's a very sensitive song about children, and it's one of his big causes. And he was talking a little bit, and he said, that there's a separation of the classes now in this country, and he said there's the wealthy and the middle class, and where they're all separating from each other and becoming farther apart. And he said, if we're not careful, people, what you can end up with is what they call a hardcore lower class. And everybody goes, yeah!
That's us.
And he goes, no, people, believe me, trust me, this is not something you want.
By the way, some of your fans are requesting that you write a polka song. I don't know if you've ever thought of that before, but it's been brought to the table on Facebook Live today.
Well, Saturday
Curse
night.
of being an accordion player.
I know. I am growing up in Michigan. We grew up with polka music, lederhosen, sauerkraut. I grew up with polka music, and I wouldn't come anywhere near polka music as a teenager. Of course, I wouldn't come near an accordion when I was a teenager. But I've written a song called polka music. And I'll be doing that Saturday night at the house concert live at the A-Frame, which you can look up.
So if you want to hear it, come to his concert.
Polka music on Saturday night.
We're dangerously close to running a little long, so why don't you hit us with another tune?
Well, I guess it's going to have to be De Los Angeles since Tara.
Always give the audience what they want.
Yeah. Well, this is a special song for me.
I love this song too.
Only a kid from Detroit could write a love song for Los Angeles. I mean, I see these internet posts or California is the worst state in the union. And I get it. I know we have our problems like everybody else. But are you kidding me? This is paradise here. And don't let anybody tell you anything different.
This will be a good contrast for our viewers because last week I did my song about Los Angeles, which I don't know if you've heard, but I'll play it for you later. But I'm not going to do it again this morning. But it's not an I hate LA song, but it's definitely not a love song to LA either.
Okay.
So
well, like I said,
so this will be a good counter perspective.
This is called De Los Angeles. If you're out in the audience, sing along. First time that I met you, you smelled of ocean breeze, and I thought that I was only passing through, but I would never leave. I grew up in the factory towns, in the harshness of the East. And as a child lying in my bed, it was you there in my dreams. Oh, la reina de Los Angeles. Land of the Chumash by the ocean and the Tongva in the hills, where the Spanish built their missions to convert their souls and wills. Then came rancheros and their families, and they spread out on the land. And everywhere they looked, it seemed that God had touched his hand. la reina de Los Ángeles. La 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 reina de Los Ángeles. La 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 reina de Los Ángeles. La 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 reina de Los Ángeles. Here in la 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 land, Los Angeles. And as I stand upon this hill and gaze out at the sea, I know the traffic and the glitter have aged you dreadfully, and you've been wearing too much makeup, and your jewelry's much too bright. But I still see your beauty in the palm trees framed against the night. Oh, pueblo de nuestra Señora, la reina de Los Ángeles. Mi amor. Ventura Highway in the sun.
That is Dale LaDuke.
I wish you could see all the hearts, and you will when you watch it.
Here's one more. Thanks, guys.
Dale LaDuke and De Los Angeles. Dale, we are long, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But thank you so much for coming in and doing this with us. It's been a real pleasure for me. So
right back at you.
Thank you. And to all the rest of you, I haven't chatted with you very much this morning, but thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. As always, thank you for liking. I hope those of you who like what you see here like, and also share. Invite your friends to be a part of this. Let people know about it. We do this every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock Pacific time. More often than not, I have guests here with me. Like this morning, we had Dale. I didn't get in any original songs this morning, but that's okay because the last couple of weeks I did nothing but originals. So got to keep it balanced, you know. And I'll have more of those next week. In the weeks to come, we have some really great special guests coming up. We have Lisa Turner coming in a couple of weeks, and Jewel Scher. And next week is still kind of pending. For a while I thought we were going to have Freebo next week, but it turns out he can't make it next weekend. But he and I are talking. He'll be here at some point. And so there's lots coming down the pike. And so we're looking forward to doing many more of these. And I'm sure we'll get requests to have you back again as well, Dale. So thank you for joining us. Thanks for being a part of this. We love doing it. We're going to go have some breakfast now. Hillary, would you like to say anything?
Yes, thank you everybody for coming. And Joseph Lugo, what a great thing to see you here. He's a great poet. Check him out, and have a great week.
Thanks.